beer, it's good for you.
Hello and welcome to the video. In this video we'll be looking at fresh wort kits. Fresh wort kits are already super popular in countries like Australia and have been for some years. These kits are now entering markets in Europe and the US, and their popularity is gaining momentum due to their high-end beer quality and the very fast and easy process time. Within this video we'll be looking at the A to Z from what they are and why they should have your attention through to how to put one together. So let's get started. Let's begin by looking at what a fresh wort kit is and what this means to you. Fresh wort kits are essentially commercially brewed wort, which is unfermented beer, that are usually brewed in a professional brewery due to the economy of scale and are taken through a full all-grain brewing process. The footage you see now is from a recent fresh wort brew in Norway. Unlike extract kits, which have the majority of their water removed, this is not a concentrate as such, and fresh wort retains its authentic malt flavour and fresh hop aroma, which provides a clear quality advantage comparing the two. In addition to this, with fresh wort kits there is no need to add in sugars or extracts, nor is there the need to heat anything up to make it usable. They also provide a gooey, sticky, mess-free experience too, thankfully. Fresh wort kits are also much easier and faster to prepare than an extract kit. Furthermore, once you have done the math on everything you need, they are usually comparable on price to an extract kit on a like-for-like basis. Your fresh wort kit will also contain everything else you need to finish it off, like yeast and dry hops if applicable. In addition to this, the use-by date of a fresh wort kit is going to be at least a year after its production. Its process provides this long-lasting freshness. So essentially you have a professional brewery quality product that you can finish off at home. Fresh wort kits are usually going to be supplied with about 15 litres of volume and are subject to water dilution as part of their design, which is usually going to provide 20 litres in total volume into your fermenter, which of course later on is ideal for a corny keg. Because of this very attractive combination of large benefits, they are very suitable for people that are total beginners, as well as experienced all-grain brewers who just simply want the quality, but perhaps lack the time for a full brew. Fresh wort kits are also potentially available in a wide range of different beer styles. Shown on screen is a small selection of what I found on the internet. Because these kits are very popular with all-grain brewers who lack time, many are focused on styles and types that are popular for home brewers, including strong ales that are not very practical or cost-effective in extract form either. Before we move on to how to put a fresh wort kit together, let me show you the kit that I'll be using to demonstrate the process. This is a brand new one-off batch of something very special that I am proud to say is made by the homebrew company that I work for in Norway. Unlike most fresh wort kits, this one is supplied in 2 boxes because so much is supplied with it, as you will see shortly. This protagonist beer certainly has some interesting history too. The very first craft brewery in Norway was Nødner, who many of you outside Norway are probably familiar with as they export a lot of beer across Europe and the US. One of their popular beers is a yearly release limited edition flagship beer known as Dark Horizon, which is always a strong stout of some variety. These are popular beers that are sought after because not only is there a history of them being very fine examples of the style, they are also in very limited numbers and are often snapped up incredibly quickly. The brain behind this series is a Norwegian brewmaster by the name of Kjetil Jekun. Kjetil actually left the Nødner brewery back in 2013, so as such the Dark Horizon beers that followed on the Nødner brand after this point were not his creation. The reason he left the brewery was quite simple and something that I can certainly totally relate to, in that the brewery was swallowed up by a mass production beer company and as such he lost his creative freedom. Since leaving that Norwegian brewery, Kjetil has moved to Greece and started his own brewery to continue his creative process. Protagonist is the name he uses now to continue what he started as Dark Horizon. Let's now open up these boxes really quickly so you can see the contents, starting with the fresh wort bladder that you can see here now. The process the wort and bladder go through ensures great freshness and that long use-by date that I mentioned earlier of at least 1 year. The next box starts with 2 nice examples of printed matter that give you everything you need to know about the kit and putting it together, plus some of the history behind this beer. These, I believe, are the essentials behind every kit, so that ideally you have everything you need to not only create a great beer from the kit, but to also have great tips too, so that it can really shine. Then we have a pouch of very high quality Brazilian coffee that has been selected for use with this beer due to its characteristics after much taste testing, which are chocolate, vanilla and a nutty profile. Also supplied is an enzyme to aid in fermentation down to a drier level, as well as this yeast collection, which is all used for the desired result. Then finally we have 2 bags of this really nice tasting sugar to raise the alcohol content further without boosting body anymore, and of course to enhance flavour. Let's now look at what you will need equipment wise, as well as the process required behind putting a fresh wort kit together. Your kit will provide full instructions, so you will have that covered in writing, but after this section I will provide a list of different ways to go equipment wise that you can either take a screenshot or photo of if needed. The first thing you will need is a fermentation vessel at the very least, which must be made clean and sanitary before use by using suitable chemicals. To make this easy, I'm using a cleaning product called the Bucket Blaster, which you can find a review of on my channel. Here I am cleaning the latest generation of Firmzilla Conical, which is generation 3. The Firmzilla range of products are quite simply the best selling fermentation products in the world, and this is for various reasons. A core reason is that the Firmzilla can not only be used for fermentation, but it can also be used to serve beer. This functionality makes it a unitank. Unitanks certainly make life easy and will save you money compared to buying separate items for fermentation and beer storage and serving. For more information about the latest Firmzilla, check out the video shown in the left hand corner of this video. Once you have a clean and sanitary fermenter, which is performed in 2 steps with 2 different types of product, you are then ready to start transferring your fresh wort. I suggest that you use a food-safe, clean and sanitary jug to do this transfer, rather than pouring from the large bladder supplied with your kit. Gradual transfer from the bladder into a jug with the help of one other person makes for a much easier process that avoids accidental spillage and potential splashing that will no doubt lead to complaints from your wife or girlfriend. If you live alone, then you will still need to clean this up, and you will feel the burden of tragic loss of beer, usually past the clean-up time too. Consider this a fair warning. Here I am using a 5 litre jug that I filled with approximately 3 to 4 litre amounts until all was transferred. This does take a little longer, but we're only talking about a matter of minutes here from start to finish anyway. I must also say that this very relaxed and controlled method of transfer felt oddly satisfying too. Once your wort is all transferred, I then suggest that you add your yeast, which will be usually supplied as part of your kit. After this, you will usually need to top up the kit's liquid volume with water. Using a good quality water is a great idea here, and some will go for mineral water out of the bottle. This will usually be to around 5 litres in total. As you pour this top up water, you can use it to rehydrate your yeast that is sitting on top of your fresh wort. This will get your yeast started on its route to converting your sugars into alcohol much faster. After this point, you will simply add your fermenter's lid and airlock and follow a normal fermentation process. There, I did tell you it was going to be easy. As promised, here is a list of essentials that you will need to produce fresh wort kits. Any established brewer will already have much of this, of course, no matter if they are producing extract kits or are full all-grain brewers. Naturally, the unitank route is the easiest and fastest way here, and certainly compared to using corny kegs is much cheaper too. Some beginners will buy a cheap plastic fermenter and will then bottle, but I only recommend this route if it is the only way forward for practical reasons. And lastly, a strongly recommended extra here would be a 5 litre or so measuring jug. These are not expensive and make everything more secure and easier. I do hope that you found this video useful, informative and interesting. If so, why not consider liking and subscribing? For further support, you can join the channel's Facebook group, and if you would like to support the channel, then check out the channel's merchandise store, as all profits go back into the channel. Until next time, happy brewing!